Hello everyone and welcome back. So this video is a little late. Brisbane regional was about almost a week ago now, and I'm finally getting around to recording this video. Like I said, I'm slammed now, especially we're about to hit a weekend where we're going to have about 7 different regionals coming up, and it's going to be a very intense time of recording videos and try and get those out in a timely manner. More likely those come out every other week. But with that being said, we're going to go in the Brisbane regionals. Don't have any fancy Omni decks or anything like that. We only get the top 8 cut, so I don't have too much information versus what everyone else has seen and what I am able to pull up on the screen here. Well, that being said, going in the first place was DJ Nova. DJ Nova ended up with Spirit of Slime Sylvie. The usual list that we expect. This one is, though, not running ears. Most of them used to run ears, but they're not anymore. It's sort of a tech because a lot of people are playing the Dusklight Communion, going in minus level Sylvie, so they couldn't attack with their pretty much their advanced element slimes. They get around that, but now running ears, and ears go ahead and deal pretty much what you need it to do. But overall, this is pretty much a convenient list, pretty much everything that we expect. Backup Charger, Beast Bomb Boots, Baby Gray Slime, Dungeon Guide, Escape the Wreckage to go ahead and bounce your slimes, keep them alive, soldier cards in the memory, or you can even Escape the Wreckage or Dungeon Guide if someone's trying to do something as simple as, let's say, Stifling Trap it. And if they go ahead and Stifling Trap it, is that they're going to go ahead and Escape the Wreckage, your Dungeon Guide, get it back, and you still get the unentered trigger. You have Luminous Cake, Baby Red Slime, Slime Eruption, Gather Slimes, Baby Green Slime, regular Green Slime to go ahead and bounce and get some buff counters on leave, especially if you Escape the Wreckage it. Slime Shield, Storm Slime, Twilight Slime for a Spell Shroud, Ethereal Slime, Gaia's Songbird, Him Gaia's Grace, Slime King, and Vampiric Slime, and the main. In the sideboard for the reprogram for the Robots list, Beast of Frenzy for the Cleave. Nullify Line to mostly probably deal a little bit of the Nico list that's going around because you get to turn off that water element. And then from there, you have the Crimson Protector Trinket and Slime's Blessing. TCG Nova taking first place. First place. Hey. Going into deck number 2 here, we have Sylvie Heartsong. And finally, someone sticking true to their name is a Sylvie Heartsong player playing Sylvie. Congrats. It's Spirit of Fire Sylvie, a little bit different than the overall list that we're seeing with the normal Sylvie. The main difference is that this deck gets to go ahead and run cards like Baby Red Slime. You have Creative Shock, Cremation Ritual. You get to benefit more of a Red Slime because you're mostly utilizing cards with Beast of Frenzy, Blissful Calling, Capricious Links, Dungeon Guide, Forest Cake, Limit Slime, Ordinary Bear, Turbocharge, and just trying to get a value with drawing a lot of cards with Creative Shock, put some cards down, maybe get some floating memory in there if you have a couple of cards that can do it. And this list slightly there. I don't think there is anything outside of Limitless Slime. And then you have Storm Slime for finishing game and Ethereal Slime as well. Verdant Slime to go ahead and destroy either something that is a regular 0-drop, or if you want to go ahead and get the 2 buff counters on it. And you have 3 Vampiric Slime as well. And then into the material deck, like I said, you have the ears that's brought in because those are just like communions. And you have Backup Charger, Quicksilver, Terrifying, and the usual 4. In the sideboard, you have Beast Bomb Pause, more likely to deal with something, a little bit of the ally matchup. 1 Nullify Lantern, 1 Safeguard Aim, deal with something like Rye or Merlin, or even a fellow Slime player, as you can go ahead and Safeguard Aim with the Storm Slime, Tithe Rock, and Twilight Slime, 3 of as well in the sideboard here. Congratulations, Sylvie. I'm really happy that you ended up sticking true to your name, and congrats on getting 2nd place. On deck number 3, we have, everyone knows him, Limelight, otherwise known as the Fire Diana player, otherwise known as, I don't have any other nicknames for Limelight, sorry, Mr. Creative Shock himself. On the Spirit of Wind, Tristan. So you have Tristan of 1 level 3, pretty much overall the same list that we're used to seeing. Assassin Sharp, Grand Crusader Ring, Nullify Lantern, Gearshare Boots, Windwalker Boots. I can show you have to go to get the extra preparation counter if you want to, and then go ahead and get a reaction that costs 1 less, and a Shadow's Claw as well. In the main deck, you have 4 Dungeon Guides, 2 Incapacitates, pretty much the normal. We're seeing the Incapacitates sort of float in between the sideboard and the main. And you have Black Market Broker, which is a new addition. Go ahead and get another way to get a preparation counter on your units. It's a 2/3 stealth as well. So you have enough, as long as you have 3 more preparation counters, which usually you do. Black Market Broker does have stealth, and you get in with a 4-drop 2/3. It's to keep on chipping damage over every single turn. The good card is the Owl like Dream Fairy. Snaring Fumes in the main, mostly deal with those wide ally type boards. Reclaim, Scout the Land, Stifling Trap, Survey the Breeze, Veiling Breeze, Windmill Engineer, and Shadow Strike. So the Scout the Land is a little bit newer tech. It's a card that goes at pretty much a better Idle Thoughts, the fact you don't have floating memory though, but it does go ahead and filter the top 4 at fast speed, which is, and as well as draw a card, which is something that's really, really, really good. And the sideboard here, you have Wind Resonance Bobble, Incapacitate 2, 3 reprograms, 1 Ensnaring Fumes, 3 Internal Magistrate, mostly brought up for the Moan or anything else, try and get the Dungeon Guide. And you have 3 Shadow Resonance as well to go ahead and get the Recover 2, then you get to flood the board with more Ominous Shadow tokens. Congrats to Lyman for getting 3rd. We're going to have a little surprise, not really too much surprise around, but someone else who topped 8, that is related to the Limelight. So in 4th place, here they are. It's Amy, Limelight to Life on Spirit of Fire Xander. So this is sort of the aggro Xander that we're expecting at this point. Pretty much the usual Xander, Assassin's Mantle. Oh, Assassin's Mantle, actually. Hold up. So this one You're going to get to banish it to prevent one damage, and then you put a potion card on your champion. It might be able to come into play when you have cards. Where is it here? I'm drawing a blank on the card. Where is it? You have cards like Ignited Stab to get to prepare one if you want to. Then you have regular Sadie, Saber Run, and Incapacitate. And usual Poison Corner, Order, Terrifying, Wind, Resonance, Bobble, and Verucan Soul Knife. Mark targets in here. Pretty much everything's about what you list out of a Fire Xander list, except this one is running Sadie and Incapacitate, no longer running the Crimson Tier. But you are running something as well as Surging Bolt. You're going to get to Imbue 3 because you must run an entire fire list. So you can deal 4 to a champion because it's imbued, or 3 at slow speed for 3. So you're going to get the extra little bit burn damage if you need to, especially if it's a turn where they're going to go ahead and Resolute Stand something. You get a little bit slow chip damage in as a whole. And you still have your usual Blazing Throws and something new with the Cutting Cuff Throw as well to get a little bit better of a Blitz Mage. But congrats to Amy for getting 4th place. With the usual sideboard, you have to reduce to Ash, Corrosive Arsonist, Scavenging, Raccoon, Tithe Proc, and Safeguard Amulet. And in deck number 5, you have Diana Enjoyer. Again, I ragged on the Tony guy. I praised the Sylvie player. How do we have someone named Diana Enjoyer and you're not playing Diana? I mean, come on, man. This is the sole purpose of the name. But it is on Spirit of Wind Tristan. Spirit of Wind Tristan with the usual build. This one is said is not going the Gear Stride. It is going to go ahead and just play the Poison Dagger. It's the usual Poison Dagger. You have the Shadow's Claw, and you get the Terrafang as well. A little bit more of the protection in the material deck. On the main going, Sold 2 Incapacitate. This one's running 1 Slice and Dice in the main though to get a little bit extra attack if you don't get him with the Shadow Strike. Waymo Engineer, Veiling Breeze, Surveil the Trap, Sirocco, sort of go back to the old TCG list where they're running us. Because you have a card like Simmercook Assassin. If you control another assassin or automaton, which is what Shimmercook Assassin is, you're going to get the preparation counter on your champion. And then if you have the class bonus with your assassin, on enter you can draw a card in your memory to sort of get that value and keep up the tempo and keep those cards in your hand as much as possible. Going into the sideboard here, you have 2 Incapacitates, 2 Resolute Stands, mostly deal with the ally list. More unlikely, 3 Slice Dice, sort of to try and help clear the boards a little bit. Or if you want to play a little more aggro matchup with Slice Dice as well, we don't have to worry about being level 3 to get a lot of damage down. 3 Aura Trap, 3 Cleansing Reading, 1 Corrosive Outlook, and 1 Stifling Trap. Diana Enjoyer, congratulations, but next time, play Diana. You got this. In 6th place, we have Ender. Another slime list. This event was very slime heavy. Australia really ended up liking the list, it seems like, or anyone in going to this regional. I mean, the list is pretty consistent, and I'm going to throw this out there. I want to take a very controversial hot take here. If you like playing Sylvie and you don't like playing Rye, I'm a little concerned. It's pretty much the same list. Granted, you got a little bit more things to do with casting cards earlier, but come on, it's basically Rye light. Like, all right, come on. You have Beastmon Paws, though, Life Essence, Amulet, Temporal Spectrometer, which is really interesting, and a Tithe Proc as well. Very interesting build as you see a couple of these cards come in, especially if you're dealing with stuff. You have the Academy Guide and 2 Dungeon Guides in here. You're going to get to Sylvie without having to go ahead and go down a couple different cards if you don't want to, and it lets you play around cards like Stifling Trap. You have 3 Skip the Wreckage, 4 Forest Cake, 4 Limited Slime, 4 Slime Eruption, 4 Baby Red, 4 Gather, 4 Baby Green, 3 regular greens, I'm going to get the buffs, 4 Eternal Slime, 4 Ethereal Slime, 2 Lustrous Slime, 2 Slime King, pretty much your Taunter big units, and 3 Vampiric Slime to get the recover if you need to. And inside we have Beastmon Paws, Viridian Protected Trinket, Wind Resonance Bubble, Blanche, Sheltering Saint. Wow, Blanche. I don't know why I made that sound like 2 cards for a second. 2 Reprogram and 2 Resolute Stand. This is a really interesting take on the silver list. I really like the addition of Temporal Spectrometer and Life Essence Amulet. Gets you an extra draw, pretty much easier light, especially since you're playing a very ally heavy list. And Temporal Spectrometer does let you go ahead and get a couple different draws in, especially because the fact that you are not draws, but get to go ahead and level without having to worry about dungeon guiding or academy guiding, and having the academy guide as well to let you play on cards like Stifling Trap. So congratulations, and you're on a very interesting Sylvie list. Smasher with Spirit of Fire or Sylvie. I think we only had like 3 lists in this entire event not running Sylvie. So pretty much similar to the one we saw before. There's a couple different cards. You see, you have a Young Beast Spawner in here to go get the buff counter, as well as the class bonus Floating Memory. You can run that because you have Increasing Danger as well. Then you have Storm Slime, Through Slime, Lustrous Slime, and Slime King versus the Verdant Slime, and no Twilight Slime of the sorts. But you do have the usual Storm Slime and Ethereal Slime. I'm going to try and get the win con early on. Skip the Wreckage, Dungeon Guide, Blissful Calling, Baby Gray. With the sideboard of Nullifying Lantern, Sacred Amulet, Viridian Protective, Extricate, which is really interesting, spicy take. Because the fact that you don't get the class bonus though, because of level 2. Actually, you do get the level 2 bonus because it's not a class bonus. Let me reword that. You get destroy target ally of resolve card 4 or less. So you can do something like a Storm Slime or Ethereal Slime or Lustrous Slime, even a Slime King if you want to go ahead and do that with an Extricate. I imagine it's probably brought in for the mirror matchup, as well as dealing with cards like Crux Merlin Nothing like that goes to Pendragon. It's a way for you to clear that unit off the board. And then you have 3 Verdant Slimes as well in the side. Going on to our final list, we have Kerbo. Kerbo brought a very interesting Water Tony list. So this list I was messing around myself a little bit, as a whole bunch of others. So the whole point, you're playing Fighting Spirit of Water Tony. Use your control deck. You have Dungeon Guides, Hub of Innovations, Navigate the Streets, Stalwart Showmate, Turbocharge, Surrender Decree. You have Dormant Sacrificial Arbiter, you get a couple of the cards with the domains. Hidden Enclave as well. You have Ice Ball Salmon going to mill and get an extra little bit of aggro in there. 4 Lost in Thoughts, 3 Violence Coins, 4 Storm of Thorns. And you get to go ahead and play cards like Atmos Armor type Ares, Blade of Creation as well. And you have Cordero that allows you to go ahead and tap your tokens to go ahead and gain pretty much a little bit extra reserve or memory cost to go ahead and cash your cards. And you have regular Tony Genesis of Ages here. This isn't the one that lets you go ahead and make stuff with like creations will, but it does lower all those extra summon token domains like Opposite Protection, Fabrication, and Ornament. It does get lower in cost because you have multiple domains on the board. In the sideboard, you have Terraforming, Viridian Protectorate, Scepter Illumina, more likely for the Water Mirror matchup, 2 Resolute Sands, 2 Crustalian Ruins, mostly brought in for something that's a very ally-heavy list, and 2 Song of Frost well applied dealing with something like the Robot Lorraine, or something like Tristan where they want to get Shadow Strike and you could just Song of Frost instead, and especially if you're able to play along like the Incapacitate. This is a very interesting take. I'm very happy to see where this Water Tolling Fire is starting to come up in sort of the play a little bit more. It's a list that people were talking about very early into the MRC meta, so I'm happy to see it start get 8th place at a regional. Well, that being said, this one's going to be a very quick video, guys, mostly due to the fact that we're dealing with pretty much, I have an event tomorrow, literally I have an event in less than 12 hours, and then I'm going to sit there and have to make 7 more videos, so sorry again for this one being very, very late. I'm going to try and do better that one in the future. But like I said, everyone, hope everyone enjoyed this video, hope everyone has it going, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.